Hello, everyone, and let me share my screen over here. I hope that you can see right now my screen. Start the presentation. Great. Hello, everyone. I am John Casalas. In this meeting, I will share the lesson learned from the project integrity of cost data with IT projects. The agenda for the meeting is the one that you see on the screen. In the first part, I will make a presentation about the lesson learned, why they are important. This section includes the following topics. 1. What are the lessons learned from the project? 2. What is included in the lesson learned? 3. What are the advantages of the lesson learned? And in the second part, I will talk about the project. This section includes the following topics. 1. Project summary. 2. What went well on this project? 3. What didn't go well? 4. Changes and recommendations. Okay, so what are the lessons learned? They are the zero errors successfuls that been managed in the project. Those are recorded in documents to generate knowledge for future projects. Also links the current project with the future projects of the organization. The project managers recorded lessons learned to improve the execution of future projects and establish a library of resources. What is included in the lessons learned? We usually include the positive and negative events that occur in the project. When events are positive, we ask the following questions. What objectives of the project were achieved? What will work on the project? What are the roots that trigger the positive result? When the events are negative, we ask the following questions. What objectives were not achieved? What did not go well? What risks were not anticipated? What is the root that caused the generated difficulty? What are the advantages of the lessons learned? These are some of the advantages documenting the lessons learned. I think the most important is the first one that I mentioned in the slide. Improve the planning of the future projects and avoid making mistakes. I finished with the first part. Does anyone have questions? No? Okay, then we can continue with the second part. To better understand my project, let's start with the summary. As I have previously mentioned, the project is called Integrity of Code Data with IT Projects. Our team has approved project for $40,000, which we use entirely. We also have a 3-month schedule that did not need to be modified. The objective of the project was design and implement a methodology that allows avoiding the deterioration of the data of the real cost in the project management system. What went well on this project? One, it was a good idea to standardize the process and unify the information collection format, meeting all the areas that require a lot of effort, but it was the worked best. Each team used a separate Excel or database to collect project expenditures, which makes comparing the progress of different projects difficult. As a solution, we develop a single Excel template for use in all projects. Two, the project helped train people who did not know the process to report costs to the system that centralized the cost information. An indirect effect of the project was to help different teams. They know how to control and monitor the cost of the project, but they don't manage the company's internal system. Three, during the testing period, our team measured a 97% decrease in the number of errors in the cost consolidation, which is a correct measuring criteria. Part of the main objective of the project was to reduce the number of errors that occur when consolidating costs. The new process implemented achieved that objective. 3% errors occur at the beginning of the implementation of the system, and we hope that we continue by continuing that work with the template created project, we will further lower the percentage of error present. For this survey we conducted shows that 95% of the response felt comfortable working with us, and all responses say that the new process makes it easier to them to manage and consolidate costs. A part of the design of the new process and Excel template was to make as functional and easy to use as possible. This is essential for easy implementation. Number 5, the team learns new skills, especially in the advanced handling of Excel. Given the template more functionally require the team to research and learn how to use the advanced features of Excel and its programming module. These are the 5 lessons learned that my team found positive for the projects. Someone has a question? No? Any questions? Great. Okay, thanks. We can continue with the negative part. 1, coordination for the active project was not the best. Some internal activity didn't have time to meet with us. The lack of available time, some teams made more difficult for us the consolidation process. The new Excel template worked. 2, adapting the Excel template to the needs of all teams took more time than expected and included all of the information required to register, making the template larger than expected. To adapt the template and the process to the requirement of the most significant number of type of projects, it was necessary to increase the size of the template. And it was very complex to find a balance between functionality and is easy to use. 3, to increase the functionality of the template, it was necessary to create different macros, and it was not planned initially. And macros were not planned. We did not include with someone with the skills in the team, and this was a problem. And we needed help from IT staff. For due to the macros, it's not possible to use a template in the Office Cloud, and the compatibility with Google's G Suite was minimal. Getting all the functionality to work with the cloud requires a lot of effort, and for now, it will not be possible to do that. Number 5, some configuration of the template depends on how the user computer is configured. To avoid the problems, the team created a process for the IT staff to configure the computers used by the team. This was not originally planned. The IT area also collaborated with this task. Much of the problem we have reduced were due to the implementation of the Excel macros that wasn't planned from the beginning. For the changes and recommendations, we have first, management of the centralized cost system should be included in the entry training. Teams from almost all projects mentioned that they learned how to use the system independently through trial and error. For this recommendation, we communicate with human resources, and they are re-evaluating. They include how to manage new training and days for some employees of training. Second, we believe that monitoring should be continued and create a new key to indicate for percentages of error in cost consolidation data. This indicator that we propose we serve to measure the precision of the data in any case. For each project, it must be less than 30%, but the implementation of the indicator is outside of the scope of this project. 3, we recommend the company update the template in the future to work with in the cloud. Using the template in the cloud allows to collaborate, but it requires a specific programming knowledge. The team could not determine precisely how much effort it would take to give that functionality. According to the IT staff, it is a task medium difficult. In this part, I finished my intervention. Does anyone have any questions or doubts so far? Okay, great. Okay, after the meeting, I will send by email the notes of the meeting. A complete meeting, a complete notes of the meeting. And thank you, and have a good one, everyone. Let's stop sharing. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Have a great day.